Hey everyone, I'm Rosie and welcome back to my channel. So a couple days ago, my aunt gave me this stack of magazines that she got off the free table at the dump, which is a really good place to look for magazines. And most of these are architecture or design magazines, but there is one wedding magazine. And I thought it'd be fun today if we took a wedding scene and gave it a little bit of a Rosie twist. Maybe replace some heads, give some people weird arms and legs, put the whole thing in a weird scene. And I thought maybe if I created enough wedding scenes, I could create sort of a whole cursed wedding album and fill an entire photo album full of weird and funky collages that are all wedding based. Anyway, let's start looking through this magazine. I am a tiny bit worried there's only going to be brides in here. I'm hoping there's at least a couple grooms and a couple photos of couples, but we'll see what we can find and we'll make it work. So let's get into it. So I pulled out a bunch of photos that I thought might work well, and I think they're in a couple of categories. So we first have standalone brides, and I think both of these are really nice, but there's something really fun with the movement of this dress, and I like that her leg is out. I feel like we could replace this with a bear leg or an ostrich leg, and that would be instantly hilarious. And I think we'd also give her a new top, and that would be fun too. So I feel like this image has a lot of potential with the movement, although this one is really elegant. And so think about, like a duck head instead of her head. I think that, equally has good potential, but the movement of this picture, I think I like a little bit better. Then we have a couple of couples. Well, I guess there's a few couples. That we could use. These ones are kind of small, but I did like her dress is sort of more, has more volume to it than this one. I feel like this one has a lot of potential to give new legs, and they could be sticking out from the dress or from the pants. And these two guys are wearing these great white suits, which I love. So I feel like they have a lot of potential too. I'm really not sure what I'm gonna do exactly with these. I think I'll have to look for some animal parts or some other parts, and then that will sort of reveal which of these we wanna work with. And then I took this one out as sort of a wild card because I just thought it was kind of an interesting image. And I would love to replace her feet, but I think that might be hard. So I thought maybe we could do something fun with the shoes. We replace the shoes with cars or a couch or I don't know, something that's not shoes, but we keep sort of the shape of shoes a little bit. I don't know, that also sounds hard. I feel like this image is good, but I'm a little bit not sure what I'm gonna do with it. So that's sort of where we are at. There's still a lot of uncertainty, but I need to look through some other books, find some other images, and I think then our directions will sort of be revealed from that. So let's go hunting in some other books. I kind of love this hippo head, and I think that might be funny on her, but then I have to figure out what kind of legs we would have. Giraffe legs, maybe? I only have half a giraffe, so this would be good use of their legs. Might work. Okay, I have some pretty wild ideas and everything's a mess, but let's talk through them really quickly. I don't think all of these are gonna work, but at least I have some ideas. Okay, we talked about the hippo, possibly replacing this woman's head and then maybe giving her giraffe legs. I think that might work, might be wild, so holding on to that. Then for the shoe, I thought maybe we could replace the shoe with the minivan. And since there's a bunch of these minivans, we could use two, one for each shoe. So it's like a pair. Maybe very challenging because I'm not exactly sure, like, where do I cut? Do I keep the wheels in? And how do I, with the strap? I don't exactly know if this is gonna work, but if we could make it work, I think it would be incredible. So possibly we'll try that. And those two guys with the white coats, I love their coats and shirts so much that I think we should keep those. And maybe we replace their heads and maybe their hands and feet with flowers and then put them in a sort of field of flowers. I think that that could be really beautiful with those crisp white suits. So I have a couple backgrounds of flowers that we could use, and I have tons of other flower books, so I think we could make this one work and it would be really nice. Less weird like the other ones, but I think it would just be a really beautiful image. So we'll potentially do that. And then this last one, I thought maybe we could replace this couple with dinosaurs. I saw these legs on this dinosaur and thought, wow, I really need to use those, because just picture those coming out of her dress. That's just hilarious. And then this head coming out some way, and then this guy with this head and it's facing that way with the big hoofs coming out of the pants. I just think that this has a lot of potential and could be a lot of fun. So I think I'm gonna start here because I just love this idea, and then we'll see how far we get and see if we can get to any others, but let's see if we can make this one work. All right, I got everything cut out, and I originally thought I was gonna use this bigger dinosaur for the guy, but I think this smaller dinosaur actually fits a little bit better and it has nice arms, whereas this dinosaur doesn't really have arms, it has 4 legs. So I decided on this one instead. I think it's gonna work better. And then we have this one cut out. So now we have to start sort of dissecting the parts and getting, the head on there and get the arms off. And hopefully we can make this couple come back together as a little dino couple. And I mean, off to a good start. I think this is coming together surprisingly well. The fact that I was able to get her arm to rest on the bouquet perfectly like that means this was meant to be. We're doing good. The only thing I'm not really sure what to do with is the head, because the neck is so long, which is kind of what I love about it, but I'm not exactly sure what direction it should go. So it could go straight up and I shorten the neck a little bit, or it could go and wrap around the guy's head, which I kind of like. And depending on what background we have, there could be something over there that maybe she's looking at or something. But I do love how long the head is. So this is probably the direction I'm gonna go in. But I feel like possibilities for different head placements because of how long the neck is. So I think this is, sorry, it makes me laugh every time I look at it. I think this is really fun. There's a lot of cleaning up I still have to do to get the body parts kind of exactly right. And I do think we need a background, but I would like it to be very simple because there's a lot of detail going around on their outfits and their heads and everything. So I want a really simple background. So I'm gonna look for that, but I think it's so funny. I also think it might be fun if we could put maybe an arch in the background or something sort of wedding-y to really enforce the wedding thing, possibly. But let's go look for a background and clean this up, and it's really exciting. I found a couple background photos, but I'm really not sure which one to pick. So I think I have to put the dinosaurs on the backgrounds to really see which one I like the best. And unfortunately, there is a lot of little pieces, so this isn't going to be super graceful. Okay, definitely not that one because they blend into the sky way too much. Okay, definitely not that one. I feel like this one is too busy. I really wanted something not so busy so you can really see what's happening with the dinosaurs, so definitely not that one. Beach scene maybe? This one is the best so far. I think this one is still too busy. I think we're gonna go with the beach scene just because it's the sort of the most simple, and hopefully we can maybe add something wedding related somewhere. But I like how sort of plain this image is. Seeing this more put together makes me really like this background, and I think once we crop it down a little tighter to the people, it's gonna look really good. The thing I'm questioning now is this dino's head, the woman's head that's really with the long neck. I think it's funny, but the whole image might work a little bit better if she had a shorter head and was looking at the guy, and I think that might be a simpler image, although this is really funny, it's really like lizard people. But I do want to go back into this dino book and see if there's a head that I could use. So something green and a similar texture to the other body parts. Because I love the body parts, I love the tail. It is all working really well, but just the head is maybe a little bit distracting. So I'm going to go back into that book just to see if I can find anything. I'm glad I went back into the book and found a different head because I think this feels a little bit more sweet. It fits sort of the whole vibe a little bit better and just is a little bit nicer of a head. I know that's weird because it's two dinosaurs getting married, but I don't know, it just feels a little bit more real and I like that they're looking at each other. I think it's really sweet. So I have to do a lot of cleaning up left of these body parts because there's still stuff sticking out everywhere. But once we get that, we can glue it together, and then I think we're going to be done with this image. Here's our first wedding collage that we made for our wacky wedding photo album. I still have to get an album, but I hope that you guys like this idea because I would love to turn it into a series. And maybe every couple of months we can create a new wedding collage and add it to the book. Then at the end we'll have this giant album full of all these weird wedding collages. And I just think it's a fun idea. So I hope that you guys enjoyed watching this video, enjoyed watching this piece come together, and I'll see you next Thursday for another collage video. Bye!